People of the internet! Stephen A. Smith says he supports Trump's tariffs. Let's hear this fool out real quick. Stephen A. Smith, what you talking about, bruh? You notice the people, let me see something.
I have no problem with it. We've got these tariffs, these tariff wars going on. And there are some people, particularly on the side of Trump, they are all in support of tariffs. Let me be the first to say this about Donald Trump. I support tariffs. I have no problem with it. I do believe that the United States has been paying too much money. We've been giving too much money out. You go to foreign countries, you see people, they talk about how you don't see American vehicles. You don't see American products nearly as much as you see other products from other nations. This is what they say. If that is true, then Trump is right. We are getting hosed, and something needs to be done about it. I am not averse to Donald Trump with tariffs. What I'm averse to is how he's handling it. I'm averse to the fact that you're going to go after everybody. I'm averse to the fact that you didn't anticipate that China would come back with 34% tariffs of their own, and in the process of doing so, would set up meetings with allies of the United States that are now threatening not to be allies because they had tariffs imposed on them by Trump. And now because of that, they're turning against the United States and to China. Now, only time will tell whether Trump's right. Only time will tell whether or not we're going to find ourselves in a disastrous situation, whether recession is in place right now, whether inflation is going to boom. Only time will tell, but it's a short time. I don't want to hear a year. I don't want to hear 2 years. We can't afford that. Why do I bring all of this up? Because all of this is the kind of stuff that made me say what I said yesterday at the National Association for Broadcasters Convention.
Guys, let me be completely honest with y'all. I'm not going to sit here and fake to y'all like I fully understand like tariffs and politics and economy. I'm not going to come off and try to speak on things that I'm not 100% knowledgeable on. But on the little bit that I know, right? And I think I even retweeted that on my timeline some time ago. Somebody broke it down in simple terms, what the tariffs mean in a 2-minute video, 2.5 minute video. They explain what these tariffs mean. And for me, off of my education, off the little that I know, I don't see how this is good. I'm sorry. And what's so funny is that the people that I've been seeing that saying that these tariffs are a good thing are only rich people. This is the second rich man that I've seen, Stephen A. Smith, third maybe, who's in favor of it. From my understanding, correct me if I'm wrong, if you're an economist out there, because people always quick, oh, don't speak on things you don't know, bro. I'm giving you the disclaimer. I'm not an economist. I'm not saying these tariffs are good or bad. I'm saying how I'm understanding the information. I'm scrolling through my timeline the same way y'all are scrolling through your timeline. I'm taking in the information the same way y'all taking in your information. And I'm basing it off of the knowledge that I know. So I'm giving y'all that disclaimer. Every time I've looked into this whole tariff situation, I don't see how the little guys, us, the folks that are everyday consumers, already struggling to pay groceries and childcare, I don't see how these tariffs are a good thing. I don't see how raising the tariffs, of course, or imports from China, we know, this is common sense, right? We all know everything, all our imports, all our goods and services, or goods, I should say, comes from China, right? We all know everything. You look at the tag, made in China, made in China, made in China. So if a shirt that you used to get, when you look at the tag, it says made in China, maybe you got the shirt for $15. From my basic understanding, I'm hearing that if China raises their tariffs, anything now that's coming in from China to the United States is going to cost you more for that same exact product. How is that good? Am I stupid or what? Like, help me understand. Every single person that I've been seeing that's in favor of these tariffs is already rich. The one dude, I forgot, he's from Shark Tank. He was in favor of it. Oh, because I do business in China now. Because, and again, even he kind of said it as well, too. It all seems like ego. Like, oh, nah, America needs to, okay, yeah, you can say America, should manufacture some things. I'm not opposed to that. Like, I'm not opposed to, because I get it. If we as a country are outsourcing everything to other countries, yeah, I do believe we should have some factories. Yeah, let's have some factories. Let's manufacture some things, in our country as well, too. I'm all for that. But at the same time, like, if there's other countries that are doing things better than we can do it here and at a cheaper rate, why are we messing with that? Just for the pride and ego to say, oh, we do it here? Am I understanding that correctly? Like, if I'm somebody, let's put it in even simpler terms. Let's say I'm a decent chef, right? But I know my man's over here, he can really cook. So it's like, you know what? Instead of me cooking, I'm going to go to my man's over here. He can cook a meal for me for the low. And it's working. And I'm satisfied. I'm eating good. I'm still, getting full off of these meals. But I know he cooks. I go to him for the meal. Why do I have to put up a fight? You know what? Nah, I want to cook it now. I know I can kind of cook, but I want to cook it now because I'm America. I want to be able to, own some power. Nah, bruh. If I know my man's over here is a better chef than me or a better manufacturer than me, whatever the case is, I'm going to still keep going to him and he's giving me a decent price, right? That's how I'm understanding tariffs. So for me, my interpretation of this whole tariff thing, I'm hearing ego. I'm hearing a lot of ego. Oh, no, let's bring the jobs back to America. Yeah, I'm all for that. Yeah, let's bring some jobs back to America. Yeah, okay, we can set up a few more factories and infrastructure here. Okay, cool. I'm all for that. But again, from my understanding, it's us, the little guys, that are going to have to take on the brunt of that. When when your groceries or whatever it is that you are coming from China, all these, what is it? Shein and all you Shein shoppers and, all these international, those goods, that shirt that you paid $20 for, it might be $50 the next time you go back for it. The same exact shirt. The shoes, the electronics, these chips, or whatever the case is. If it's $20 now, China's not backing down. They're saying, nah, thanks to Trump, we're going to make you pay more. And again, these people that are speaking on it, they're already good. Their bank account is already good. Stephen A. Smith talking about, Stephen A. Smith basically just said in this clip that he is good with tariffs, but he doesn't like how Trump is going about it, right? But to my understanding, bro, can you speak on this? Your bank account is good. I'm sure there's a few commas in your bank account. So I don't necessarily want to hear you talking about, oh, this, that, and the other. It's for us, those who, for the people out there that are living paycheck to paycheck, or the people that are already struggling to buy groceries and this, that, and the other. How are these tariffs a good thing? Somebody help me understand. I've been seeing people that believe that these tariffs are a good thing. Every single person that I've seen speaking in favor of these tariffs, they're already rich. They don't feel that. Trump doesn't feel it. Elon doesn't feel it. It's us that's going to feel it. So again, that's how I'm interpreting it. I could be wrong, but from the little I understand, if anything that's being sent over from China over to the United States, we're going to have to pay more for it. So people are still losing jobs. People are still struggling to find jobs. Groceries have been sky high for how many years now, since about the pandemic. Raising prices is going to make that any better? I don't know. Doesn't sound like a smart move to me. But hey, man, that's just me. I guess we'll see. Time will tell, as my man said. Stephen A. Smith just said, time will tell. I agree. Time will tell if these tariffs were a good idea or not. I'm just hearing a whole bunch of ego and pride and, dick swinging context. Oh, no, Trump, no. We're America. We're America. We can handle our own goods. Let's bring more manufacturing companies here in America. Nah, bruh. Like, let China handle that if that's what they do, bruh. Again, if I'm a chef and I'm a decent cook, but I know my man over here could cook better and he's giving me the meals for the low, I'm going to keep going to him. I don't need to do it myself. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Is it ego? Well, it has to be made in America? It's ego to me. And remember when I told y'all, when I just said everybody that I see that's in favor of these tariffs are people that are already rich, right? I just said that. I'm scrolling through my timeline. I see my man Adin Ross again. Now, mind you, if I can't speak on tariffs, this gentleman here damn sure can't speak on tariffs either. So we're all just throwing our 2 cents in a pot. I'm not an economist. This young man is damn sure not an economist as well too. But I literally just said everybody that I've seen that's personally in favor of these tariffs are already rich. So it doesn't really affect them. Here we have on my timeline Adin Ross, who I like Adin Ross. That's a disclaimer. I like Adin. Cool. Adin, he's no problem. Adin Ross seems to be in favor of these tariffs. Let's hear what he has to say. Of course, this comes from Fairbuck. Adin Ross explains why tariffs are a good thing after losing $10 million. So this brother lost $10 million. Let's see what Adin has to say.
Yo, the tariff shit is a really good thing.
Tell me.
All these other countries got tariffs on us. Be patient. Let him fix the country. The country's sick. Let him take his medicine. And the country's gonna get fixed. Like, you guys see the stock market? Boom, green, just like that. Like, it's like, come on, bro. Like, I'm just being real with you guys, bro. You understand why he's a good president? Because no president's ever dropped nuts like that. Like, bro, that's why we're respected, bro. Motherfuckers can't bitch us around and punk us. I'm being real. Stop. We all voted for him. Believe in our president, bro. Believe in our president. You don't gotta like me. You don't even gotta like Trump. But he's your president. So respect him, bro. He's in office. All right? It's really true. The tariff shit's good as fuck. All these other countries do it to us. Like, come on.
Didn't I just say that? I just said it's a dick swinging contest. He just again, let's take this with a grain of salt because Adin is a 20-something-year-old multimillionaire. So according to young Adin here, who's also a streamer, super rich, super famous, whatever the case is. He says, hey, man, these tariffs are good as fuck. His words. Why? Because America doesn't get bitched around and we got to drop our nuts, according to Adin Ross. Didn't I just say it sounds like pride and ego to me? It sounds like ego. All this, whatever the case is. Now, again, there's some people that believe that this is Trump fixing America. All these tariffs, whatever the case is, other countries do it to us. So we're validating putting people in financial hardship because other countries do it to us. I just said in the analogy what I was talking about, man, if China's giving me something for the low, I'm cool with that. So it's like, according to his logic, this is a good thing because other countries won't push us around. They're doing it to us. That sounds like some kid shit. Oh, they're doing it. He hit me first. So it's just like, come on, bro. An eye for an eye makes the world go blind. So again, another multimillionaire is speaking on the fact that these tariffs are a good thing. Give Trump some time because, give us some time to fix this country. This fix of the country, you think it's going to happen overnight? This fix with these tariffs they're trying to impose, this one is going to take years. How many people are going to be in financial strain until then? This fix is not an overnight fix. This fix that they're talking about, like, oh, this is a good thing because it's going to fix America. We're talking about at least a decade. Some of us don't even have a decade. We won't make it. People are dipping into their 401ks. People are losing money on this and that, whatever the case is. And you think this is a fix? A lot of people will crumble within this fix. So again, I literally just said that. What are you saying? It hurts now. It's supposed to fix our economy. Look, it's supposed to fix our economy. It's supposed in the long run. But people will suffer before then. Again, maybe that, they say there's casualties in war. So maybe, you got, what did they say? In order to make a cake, you got to crush a few eggshells. Whatever the saying goes, but in order to bake a cake, you got to crack some shells, eggshells, whatever the case is. So in the long run, but a lot of us won't make it to see the other side. A lot of damage is going to happen, correct. A lot of damage is going to happen before it's fixed. We're already seeing that now. So again, man, I'm only seeing the rich in favor of these tariffs. I don't see the little guys boasting for tariffs, at least for me. But again, take what you see from Adin Ross and the Great Assault. This guy's a young millionaire, 20-something-year-old multimillionaire who's not going to worry about imports from China. You think he's worried about grocery prices? His grocery prices going up, and his clothes and this, that, and the other, all our everyday household goods that come from China. This guy, you got to take his advice with a grain of salt. We're not in that bracket. So the people that are super rich, those are the people. Yeah, 400%. All right. When your iPhone cracks tomorrow and you got to go get a new one, and then they tell you, hey, man, yeah, sign right here. This iPhone's going to call you 10 bands. Then you'll understand. You better put a case on your phone. The birth pains and growing pains is what we're going to experience. Oh, yeah, 100%. 100%. It's growing pains. Like going through puberty, right? You got that ugly phase, the pimply phase. And then hopefully you overcome through that, then that's what we're going to go through. So yeah, there's a lot of eggs that are going to get cracked, using that analogy. A lot of eggs will crack, a lot of people will suffer, and then hopefully, in the long run, maybe the long game, right? If we're playing the long game, maybe people can see the light at the end of the tunnel. But for now, a lot of people will suffer. So peace and blessings to y'all that are out there, man, going through this, whatever the case is. We'll see, man. It's too early to tell right now because we're in it, but we'll see. Let's see how the remainder of 2025 goes, and we'll see the true effect of these tariffs, whether they were a good thing or a bad thing within the next 3 to 5 years. Let's give it like 3 to 5 years, maybe a decade if we're still here. We'll see if these tariffs were a good thing or a bad thing. We'll find out. Time will tell.